Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Data Dispatch. I hope you guys are having a great day. Let's talk about Palantir Technologies as we continue to see positive momentum coming into this individual stock, testing now the $26 level of resistance here in the near future, up another 3% after we saw the change in momentum in this kind of new rally coming in post changes in analyst price targets. I'll be reviewing that, talking about what happened the day before, but tomorrow, there's going to be no trading in the market. This is because of the celebration of Juneteenth. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in terms of trading volume and momentum when the market reopens on Thursday. Big milestone that happened for another stock that we talk about a lot. NVDA becomes the #1 valued stock in the world, surpassing Microsoft. You can see here the demand for AI is far from slowing down. And this is a lot to digest. So if you are a new or returning viewer, hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm collecting all the data and dispatching it to you. Pop it up on the screen here. What we see with PLTR currently on the 5-minute charts, just looking at here, we saw that $24 level of resistance. Remember when we had the change in price targets, we'll review this in a second, and you see PLTR that gets this bump up in momentum. What came along with this was trading volume that continued to increase. Yesterday was in the 50 millions. We also see 54, basically 55 million today in terms of trading volume and momentum, and the order book is looking slightly healthy. In terms of what we could possibly see and why this is a key area for PLTR is because the last time that Palantir has explored these kind of price areas, have been even traded in this level, was before Q1 earnings. And after we saw the change in guidance, even though that was a wonderful earnings report, we saw a slight change in the future guidance, that's when PLTR had a strong, not a strong, but a decent correction down to the 21s and even trading sideways at the 20s, continuing to build support there. We're going to be talking about more articles that are starting to come out now with PLTR entering this phase and the whole, hey, it's very highly valued. We understand it's at a high valuation. We've talked about that a lot. However, the momentum right here could continue to push this stock higher, even in the short term. And with earnings that will be creeping up, time does go fast, you're going to have that anticipation that will start to build. I mean, if you want to talk about valuation, look how quick NVIDIA has gone from a $2 to a $3 trillion market cap. Now, let's talk about another big thing for PLTR that's being set up. And that is this 3-year cup and handle pattern that a lot of people are talking about. And this is a very bullish signal, specifically PLTR getting out into this breakout zone and outperforming the market relative to the S&P 500, 27% year-to-date outperformance. So doing very well compared to the market, and a lot of people are focused on this, which could be another reason why we're continuing to see momentum coming into this stock. Now, a quick review about what happened. After Monday, we saw PLTR up over 6% after Argus research analysts right here, they increased their target and specifically issued a buy rating up to $29, highlighting the momentum around the company's business. Now, talking about here, highlighting improving profitability and cash flow, he does say right here, despite trading at a premium valuation. And I agree with this type of opinion and perspective right here, talking about how Palantir, despite being highly valued, like a lot of AI SaaS stocks are right now, it is highly differentiated. I couldn't agree any more. And that he expects Palantir earnings to grow about 19% year over year in the next 5 years. And in continuation here, PLTR is expected to report earnings of 8 cents per share and $652 million in terms of revenue. What we're seeing at earnings per share, 7 in the bullish direction and 2 in the bearish direction right now in terms of revisions. That is looking pretty good. And what we're seeing here, I haven't seen bearish revisions before or previously in the last few quarters. So we're starting to see a little bit, I want to see cooling off in what Wall Street expectations are. And this is important for Palantir to try to meet those expectations, which is really positive for trading when earnings does get released. Let's take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, MooMoo. Now, MooMoo is your one-stop trading app that offers free commission trading along with very powerful investment tools, making it easier for you to make those confident decisions within the market. Right now, new users can sign up utilizing my welcome bonus down in the description, and you can get up to 8.1% limited time APY on uninvested cash and up to 15 free stocks with a deposit. You also can get up to a $300 transfer in bonus. So you do not want to miss out on those rewards. Make sure you check out MooMoo down in the description. Back to the video. Coming back here, one of the big criticisms, we're starting to see these articles that are coming out, of course, is the valuation, talking about right company but at the wrong price when you should buy PLTR. Now, these analysts and these articles are more pinpointing not just at the short-term momentum that we could be seeing PLTR trying to reach that $30 level point, and even what Argus Research gave for the price targets of $29. We've seen price targets of $31. Talking about here, PLTR looking like the most expensive name right here, comparing price to earnings ratios, comparing that to NVIDIA. What they're saying here is buying PLTR at a more realistic price if people are waiting to get in at a better value. And that could happen at any time, and it also couldn't happen for a decent amount of time. They talk about here Palantir traded at $16 before it shot up like a rocket. Yes, we saw this, but if people were really interested in PLTR, why didn't they just get in at the $16 mark? And talking about here revisiting any type of buy point, $20 saying here for a buy point. Now that is an opinion that I think should be considered. And the reason why is because, remember, after that Q1 future guidance change, we saw PLTR that built a lot of support and actually had a lot of reversals triggered right at that $20 level. The $20 level is not just a fundamentally kind of technical strong level, it's also a psychological level. Because if you see PLTR go below 20, that's when I think you're going to see a lot more fear that would kind of capitulate into the market. But with PLTR, the $20 point, another reason why it's very important is because last year, when Palantir was in the $16 area, that was a key resistance point for PLTR. So it has a lot of history at that price target regarding this specific company. The $20 point is very interesting if we do see any types of changes in the market. However, I'm just personally not seeing that right now. I'm continuing to see a lot of momentum coming into PLTR. And like I said, especially you have the whole S&P 500. You have that hype that will keep lingering around each quarter review. And you have earnings that will start to creep up here, estimated right now at August 7th. Once we get that official actual earnings announcement date, that's when people are going to start focusing on what Palantir is actually doing, and that is when we could possibly see some more bullish contracts coming out to the public space released by PLTR. Now, in terms of the stock market, interesting things that are happening here is the fact that over the past 20 sessions, 7 have been in the positive for S&P 500, despite the majority of stocks. And that is because NVIDIA is overtaking the market right now by becoming the most valuable stock in the world. This is really interesting to see. And specifically, looking at NVIDIA, I think it'll be interesting to see how much further it could go ahead of Apple and Microsoft. I want to know, what do you guys think about all this mumbo jumbo that's happening in the market? I want to know your thoughts. Thank you guys for always tuning in. Peace out, take care, and I'll catch you guys later.